Hey guys, and my name is Kelsey and welcome back to my channel. And y'all, I am hating looking at my daggone pregnant face. Like, so I am currently 5 days to my due date, so I thought I'd get this story out of the way. I am currently in baby's nursery. Excuse all the junk on her dresser, still trying to find places. Disclaimer, I am hot and out of breath and it's the middle of the night and I can't sleep. I know there's another door open. So I'm gonna try to get this together in one take. Second disclaimer, I have to give backstory, and there may be some things that come up, and there's certain people who don't know a lot. So this is my truth, this is what I'm living. I have no reason to lie and I don't need to lie. So boom, let's get into the story. So I met my baby dad on Tinder. I met my baby dad on Tinder. We actually met December of 2019. Only reason I know that is because I had found my ex-boyfriend, not even boyfriend, just my little high school crushes. He was my first Valentine or whatever. We connected on Tinder in December. He was home from the military and he popped up and we ended up connecting. So I stopped using dating apps in January because when me and him connected, he ended up asking me like, you know, I really want to be with you. You know, military guys, I really want to be with you. Like, you don't need these apps no more. But me and my baby dad had already connected. I hate saying baby dad, so I'm gonna give him a name, Tristan. So me and Tristan had already connected, but we just wasn't talking like that because I was with my high school crush. Now my high school crush was only home for a little bit because he was getting PCOS to Germany. So we kind of knew like it was whatever it wasn't gonna last long, but it was just nice to be apart. So we just really just hung out. We just hung out every day, hung out every day. So boom. So when he ended up leaving, I just never got back on dating apps. That was my 2020 resolution, no more dating apps. And I was texting Tristan. So with me texting Tristan, we had connected in December, so probably by the time of end of January, early February, it was time to link. I had been sick all of February. If you want to watch my COVID story, go back on my channel. I have a video. But I was sick, so I really wasn't a good texter or anything, but he was still persistent. He seemed like he really wanted to talk to me, text me. He was really nice, he was really sweet. And then by the time I got back on my ish, he was like, oh, do you want to go to the movies? I don't even know why I'm telling this part of the story. I don't know where this was going. Okay. So we were supposed to go to the movies. I had a late class and he would always talk to me on my way home from my late class. I had a 7:30 to 10:30 class, so it would be late at night. He was like, okay, do you want me to pick you up? Like, how do you, whatever. So we were just talking. We were texting in class, and he did something that rubbed me the wrong way because I'm not super affectionate. I move slow. I'm not gonna send you kissy faces, heart faces, all stuff. You're not my man. So he got offended because he sent me a kissy face, like, can't wait to see you kissy face, something like that, and I didn't send it back. He's like, well, if you don't like me, just tell me. Don't just use me. I was like, sir, you're doing too much. We ain't gotta go. Ain't that deep. Bye. Blocked him. No, actually, when I got to class, we got on the phone and we were arguing. Who argues with somebody that ain't even theirs? I said, sir, this is too much. Block, keep it moving. But we had just recently exchanged social media. So he let it die down for like a week. Then he came back and was like, I'm sorry, I apologize. You're so beautiful. I want another chance. I think it was a misunderstanding. I really do think you know, we just miscommunicated, Y'all, this is literally like preface to our miscommunication for like the rest of our relationship. This is literally how we communicated for the rest of our relationship. Great relationship, but this is how we communicated. So yeah, then everything with the lockdown happened. We never went on a date. Still kept in contact. I really didn't really fool with him. Like, he would like my pictures on social media. He would comment on my pictures, comment on my stories. But I was trying to graduate. I was a senior. Everything just shut down. Lockdown had just happened. I'm trying to graduate, okay? I wasn't paying him no attention. So then in May, when I graduated, he sent me this nice little paragraph. Like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, I'm so proud of you for graduation. Like, you know, let me take you out, let's do this, that, and third. So we get back in good times. I was like, okay, fine, cool, I'll give you 2 weeks to make me feel different. Like, we're not gonna sit here and keep this arguing. You're not my man, we're not gonna do this. Yo, something weird is happening behind me. So yeah, I gave him the 2 weeks and we ended up having a great time. My first date, he cooked for me, salmon, crab cakes, all that. He came pick me up. We just had a ball. Like, we really clicked. And that was our summer till I started hanging out with my friends. When I started hanging out with my friends, he did not like it. Mind you, he'd be going away on trips with his people, doing business and stuff like that. But if he saw me having a good time on Instagram, he was not happy at all. And mind you, while he was gone, because it's not like I could talk to him every day anyway. So I don't know, I just kind of got like with it. I have a boyfriend, but my boyfriend ain't here right now. So we started, like, I would say we started drifting apart. Like, we still really want, like, whenever we were with each other, it was like fire. But when we weren't with each other, it was kind of like so when I picked him up in the airport, when he came from one of those trips, I was like, let's have a conversation. Like, what do you want? What do I want? With sex, what kind of contraception are we using? Are we using contraception? Because we have had sex and we don't use protection. So are we okay if we have, you know, a baby, So me and him have talked family. We've talked these things. I would ask him, like, do you want to go to church with me? Or at least can we watch sermons? All kinds of stuff. Gave me really the green light, okay, no red flags there. Only red flag was the boundary he had with his baby mom, because I knew he had a 2-year-old daughter. I really didn't. I prefer not to be around her because I don't play stepmom. But, it just wasn't an appropriate time in my opinion. So the only boundary was, if I'm going to be around the child, I need to meet the mother. And for reasons I'm not going to get into, that did not happen. So I kind of just said whatever. When I started hanging out with my friends introduced me to one of her friends. And he just became like a really good friend during the summer. We would like, hang out. And boyfriend did not like that at all. And he really said some mean, nasty stuff to me. And I was like, I'm done. I'm good on you. Whatever. But somehow me and him always find a way back to each other. Like, whether it's like a pretty picture on Instagram, a funny joke, or whatever. So fast forward, that was July. Fast forward September, end of August, September, we reconnect. And, you know, we really express like, yo, we miss each other. I really like being with you. I really wanted to work. Like, we got to figure this out because we want to be with each other. I agree. He is actually, other than my first little boyfriend, he's the only guy I've actually wanted to be with. So let's start slow. Let's start going on dates. So we start September. We start hanging out again. You know, 1 day a week. Even on our first date, we rekindle. We make sure we back on the same page. Like, you know, I graduated now. I have a nice job coming up. I want to buy a home. How do you feel about that? Do you mind if I relocate? Because the job I applied for says there's a possibility of me relocating. Yeah. So at the time I was still talking to the friend, but it was like, he was dirty. He was 10 years older than me. He just was not enough I could build a future with. But he was great company, so I still was holding on to that because I know how me and my baby dad, how me and Tristan are. And mind you, when we started getting back into it, I told him we were leaving sex out the door because I'm not about to have sex with both of y'all. Like, if I ever have sex with him, I'm not going to do nothing with you. Then you're going to be mad. And if I do something with you, I'm not going to have sex with him. Then he's going to be mad. But where the friend messed up is, I said, all right, we've been hanging out. If you want to date me, you want to date me. If you're not going to date me, I'm moving on. And I told him that. And my friends was asking him, like, what's your hold up? Like, why you not making her your girlfriend? Da, 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 da. He ain't want to make me his girlfriend. So I kept that real friendly, real platonic. So me and my baby dad started hanging out again. Every weekend we went out, having a good time, whatever. Now, I don't really drink like that, but he loves to get me drunk because he loves seeing me drunk. And it's just like, ugh. I hate it because every time we went out the weekend, I was so sick at church the next day. It was like freaking ridiculous. But that was our thing to do. Like, it was cute. We just get drunk and be all lovey-dovey. Like, my friend was like, I've never seen you like this with a guy. I've never seen you, because I'm very reserved, like, when it comes to, like, PDA. Well, I really have to like you, so she never seen me once, and I actually like to see it. She was like, oh my god, like, we hanging out with his friends, my friends. We having a good time. September, October, November. So the first week in November, I get cute. I get my braids redone. They real long. They're real cute. I'm out and about, single girl on the prowl, having a good time. So I was coming from Top Golf with a friend, and I was like, so what you doing tonight? My makeup already done. I got a cute outfit on. He said, all right, babe, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna go out tonight again. Tell your girl, be ready. I'm bringing my boys. Bring your girls. Yeah, So this is November. This is a Thursday. This is not even like a Friday or Saturday. This is a Thursday. And for some reason, this day he just mad aggressive. He was like, I'm coming over tonight. I'm coming over tonight. I'm coming over tonight. I'm coming over tonight. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I'm like, no, like, we're not doing this. He was like, because my friend had even brought up the other guy that I was talking to. She said, so what about him? I said, look, he's just immature. He's not grown. His hygiene is questionable. And I'm not going to beg a boy for no attention, especially when he's not even on my level. And here go my Tristan, yeah, because she need to be with me. She know I love her. I want to be with her. That's my baby. And she out here playing games. Da, da, da. So, you know, he pumping me up a little bit because that's my baby. So we I ended up really drunk. I don't even know how I ended up so drunk. Oh, because when we were leaving, we met a nice couple. We was talking to the couple at the hookah lounge, and we did shots with them. Cause we were just having a good time having a conversation with them, like young couple, you know, young little power couple. And we was like, dang, we trying to get like y'all. Like, we had a good time. Got drunk, had sex. And we always have unprotected sex. Unfortunately, don't follow my lead, you know, TMI, but we always have unprotected sex. Didn't think nothing different of it this time, other than like it really just wasn't like nothing special. So a couple days later, after we were talking about it, I'm like, okay, fine, we're back together. Like, cause he asked me like, do you want to be boyfriend and girlfriend? I said, I still, you know, I'm uneasy. We had a rough summer. He was like, I understand, but I'm gonna still pursue you. Like, we not gonna let this go that easy. So throughout the month of November, we really getting along. We communicate well, we talk well, we're not arguing with each other, we're not fussing with each other, we're not fighting with each other. So about 4 days after we do the do, I laugh at him because I'm like, oh, you were so drunk we didn't even get to finish. He was like, we did finish. I'm like, we finished where? He was like, oh yeah, you might want to go get a plan B. Mind you, plan B only worked like 72 hours after. If that was Thursday night, I didn't get a plan B till Tuesday. I said, oh hell. And then I look on my period app. We had sex on the day I was actually ovulating. Oh hell again. I was like, okay, take a plan B. Nothing happened with the I don't know what's supposed to happen with the plan B, but nothing happened. That was my first time really taking one. I was like, okay, nothing happened. I think I'm good, easy breezy, whatever. So about 2 weeks later, my face is starting to break out. My period doesn't come, and my boobs are really sore. I really don't think nothing of it because that's really kind of like period symptoms. So I took some pictures at my aunt's house for Thanksgiving. I come back home. I said I put a mask on my face because my face is breaking out. Y'all, I put that mask on and it's a natural mask. When I tell you I smelled every ingredient in that mask, I said, oh hell, I think I'm pregnant. So the next morning I DoorDash some pregnancy tests, and yo, that thing said pregnant plus pregnant. I said, God dang it, I'm pregnant. So I call him early in the morning and I show him the thing. He's like, I knew it. He's like, are you okay? I'll come over. Like, don't freak out. We'll figure it out. Whatever. That boy never came over. I'm about to have my baby in 5 days and he has never stepped foot in this house since we did the do. So if you want to see my single mom story, that's also on my channel. So I start calling my friends like, yo, I'm pregnant. And I play so much. Like, they know I'm serious about being pregnant, but I can't stop laughing. Like, it's hilarious to me. Like, one of my good friends called me. She was like, on her lunch break, she's like, are you okay? Are we laughing or are we crying? Like, I can't figure out what's going on here. I said, I don't know. But, like, I wasn't scared. I mean, really, it wasn't bad. So, a couple weeks later, we go to my doctor's appointment. I found out on November 30th. On December 16th, we went to my doctor's appointment. Saw the ultrasound. The dates add up. And I'm just like, I'm pregnant. Like, I look at him, I'm like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh God. Like, he didn't have a bad look on his face. He was just quiet. He was just like, and then it's like his knee was shaking. So, like, you knew he was like super nervous when he was in the ultrasound room. And mine was right before Christmas. I'm like, okay, boom, I'm gonna tell my parents and during Christmas. Yo, that 16th to the 25th felt like the longest wait ever. But I'm like, yo, that was really only 2 weeks. So then that's when I had basically decided to keep my baby. Once I saw my baby, I was like, hey, Peanut, I decided to keep it. Even during the ultrasound, I was pretty numb. I was like, I'm keeping my baby. There's no reason for me not to keep my baby. I'm grown, graduated, got a job, got support. I'm not about to have an unnecessary abortion. Then I found out some information that he may have another child other than the one I already knew about. I approached it about him. He said, no, that's not true. The child's not mine. I was like, okay. Because when I approached him, I said, I think I'm going to have an abortion. I don't got time for drama. I don't got time for mess. Like, if this is what it is, we don't got to have a child together. Because we don't have to be together. But I don't do drama. Because when once I had found out I was pregnant, we saw the baby and stuff, I said, so what are we doing? Are we getting our own place? Da, da, da. He was like, well, no, I don't really have. I said, okay, fine. I'm not going to argue with you. But I'm not raising a family from my daddy's house. Like, come on, y'all. Like, you can't tell me what to do and try to raise a child in my parents' house. You're not about to live with us. Like, because he's 5 years older than me. If me and you can't get together and get a little apartment or do something, then we're just going to co-parent. And I made that decision early on. I'm not going to say he necessarily agreed with it, because even as things went on, it was a lot of we. And I'm just like, well, if we ain't together and we ain't living together, we ain't doing nothing. And his actions weren't we. So I'm glad I made a decision early on that really nothing he did really influenced my decisions other than that second baby. Which turned out to be true. Life happens. He's not my man anymore, so I don't care. But that's the only thing that made me say abortion. Even then, I wasn't ready to put my body through that, because I really feel like spiritually I would have died. I feel like I really would have died spiritually if I had that abortion. Plus, I love my baby. Like, I love my baby from the minute I saw her. I really did. Pregnancy wasn't horrible. I didn't have no morning sickness. Only thing I did was sleep. And I felt good because I'm not a good sleeper, so it felt great to get some sleep. I've been sleeping good this whole time. I'm kind of sad because I done got amazing sleep in this last 9 months. So yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. That's how I knew what I was going to do. He really didn't have any say. I mean, he never told me to get rid of it. He never told me to do anything. He was just like, I'm not ready for another child. But once again, you decide to have unprotected sex. I don't know what to tell you, because I'm going to keep my baby. We're doing a lot better today as I go into labor. But it's been a journey. And I'm going to keep you guys posted on this journey. But I will say my baby was made with a lot of love. With somebody I wanted to be with. Somebody I did plan to have kids with. It just, a lot of stuff came out after the fact where it just was not worth my peace, my mental health, or my sanity. So long story short, I'm having a baby. I'm having a baby. That's all I can keep saying is I'm having a baby. Her name is Chloe. She's probably gonna be 8 pounds, guys. Other than that, let's see, let me think. Yeah, I mean, I can get into how crazy my pregnancy was, but I really don't want to traumatize anybody else. That might be another video for another day. But if you have any questions, let me know. But thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you guys after I have my baby girl.